20 minutes, but we're past the 20-minute window.
I would say we're allowing for Brian time.
So I guess I just need to pick between those last two classes, and then I'll be good. Then I'll know what I want.
I considered doing the other gambler subclass, the arcane gambler, because I was like, the gambler with the luck power kind of really feels like God-esque because you control probability.
There's a few things that do that, but yeah.
But I'm playing a sun god, so
that doesn't seem to track. You're playing a sun god in the realm where the sun doesn't work. Awesome.
He's not from the Ravenloft universe, though.
I know he's not. I'm just saying, you're a sun god trapped in a realm where the sun doesn't work.
Fair.
Oh wait, then I don't have to worry about the sun disad. I'm safe.
I don't know if that applies to every one of the planes. I know it applies to Strahds.
Okay.
Outlaw Gundam is live. Return us to the world of Valkyra.
Kira.
Valkyra. Valkyra would make more sense. Okay, Valkyra and the continent of Ladrina as we tackle the sinister secrets of Saltmarsh. Of Saltmarsh, not the Saltmarsh. Hello, Brian.
Hello.
We have been talking about your game for the last couple of weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, Brian said he couldn't help me decide either.
Well, it's not his place.
Brian.
You guys help me decide my characters when you're DMing.
Yes, we're doing that because we want to, not because we have to.
Is it possible if I also, like Sierra, take a class that involves level ups by things?
It's not a class, it's called a transformation.
A transformation from the same thing that she did.
If you want to leave something like that up to me, then, I mean, sure.
Well, he's asking if it's okay. If I'm sending him some from the same book. He's asking if it's all right to look at them and possibly use them.
Yeah. If you want to leave some that's up to me to arbitrarily give you, then sure. I worded that way so that you actually, understand what you're getting into. It's not that, oh hey, I'm not going to give you. I'll say it's not that, oh hey, you won't receive this feat whatsoever. It's hey, if I don't feel like you've met these requirements.
I would say you're advancing in powers based on what the GM feels you have accomplished.
Okay, that's fair.
I'd say they're called narrative milestones.
Yeah.
But we know the milestones. We know the goals.
Yeah, I'd say they give you a list of examples of how you would advance this. And then, Brian can make some up too.
Yeah, and it also says if you want to, you and the GM sits down and kind of like hash it out beforehand.
Yeah.
So you can get with Brian.
Yeah. So if for some reason your character does something in the game and gets completely sidetracked and decides to go on some other different path and completely the player ends up completely forgetting about whatever their initial goal was. But those were the milestones that you agreed on, then you'll never actually get them.
Noted.
Because that tends to happen a lot, where a lot of people are like, hey, this is what I want my character to do, and then things happen in game and suddenly, you deviate completely. And the original thing you were trying to do never ends up happening.
That's why I normally make it up as I go along. It's not for me, Titan.
And that's why the pre-written examples help, because at that point it's like, yeah, I went off track, but these are some universal examples that probably will still work.
Yeah, which I like.
Like the age-old, if I eat an older vampire, I get stronger, right?
Or if you just do something inherently evil or terrible, then, I would be able to give it to you.
Well, yeah, by rules of Ravenloft.
Like if you just go and pick up a baby and tear it in half, and I'm like, yeah, that seems pretty good. Let's go. Preferably if you do it in front of the mother, then that's even better.
You get 2 levels that way.
And an enemy.
Yeah.
Probably
But
multiples.
you didn't know.
I actually
the
have
mother
stats
was
for
the
peasant wielding
bride.
pitchforks. They're scary.
Who's a good
What
girl?
you didn't know was the mother was the bride from Kill Bill.
If she wasn't before, she would be by the time you're done.
Sorry, Matt. I
Like-
apparently cannot
oh yeah,
log
this universe
into
didn't have it.
Venmo.
What was that?
Apparently, I cannot log in the Venmo.
They might be having issues right now.
It was like, yeah, this universe didn't have Van Helsing, but it does now.
It does now.
It's okay.
You know what?
Yeah, his
I am
name's
a
me.
hunter. Oh, speaking of names, Brian, can I buy a monster manual?
So can you buy one?
Yes. Not like in real life, my character. Can she buy a monster manual?
She wants a book with pictures of monsters in it.
I mean, I know that, but one, is that a thing? Two, how much would that cost?
Depends on the setting. Sometimes it's a thing, sometimes it's not. How much would be somewhere between 25 and 50 gold according to the player's handbook.
Well, considering this world is basically kind of cram-packed with monsters, and it's very, I'm not saying people getting attacked by them is a daily occurrence, I'd almost be willing to say that you pretty much know most of the monsters around here.
You have a Pokemon dex.
Yeah, but it's always good to have one on hand. You
I'm
never
gonna
know.
say whether you're out in the day or at night. Technically, I'm gonna say pretty much Strahd's universe. I'm gonna say Strahd's realm is the only realm that actually has any sort of semblance where the leader tries to keep the people alive. I'm gonna say because Strahd is lawful evil, so he's pretty much doomed.
Yeah, that's probably a fair assessment.
I don't need to worry about a monster manual. All the monsters.
Since this realm is filled with all sorts of monsters, and the government, the government will pretty much kind of tell you off. And I'll say you guys pretty much know what to beware of. I mean, if you don't know about it, you've seen it. Depends on how long you've been there, and depends on where you start. Some realms have more monsters than others. Like in Strahd's realm, most of the monsters are pretty cut and dry. All of them are very much, old-fashioned vampires, creatures of the Black Lagoon, werewolves.
That's like all the classic 1930s horror movie monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where he comes from. When you go to, if you start off in like that steampunk wizard's world, then yeah, it's pretty much whatever these lunatic alchemists and wizards and anything decide to come up with. So pretty much I can just go on Pinterest or Pinterest or Google and just pull up any sort of monster. Just be like, yep, this exists. Like the headless grizzly bear that has a teddy bear for a brain. I'll say, you laugh. I actually found a picture of that. It's like the headless bear that has a jar where its head was, and it's a teddy bear floating inside of a jar of liquid.
So that's
Not as powerful as I thought it would be, but way more intelligent than I thought it would be. I believe they had like an intelligence rating of like 13.
That sounds about right.
so. I won't need a monster manual for all the places then.
If you, you can still buy one. How traveled is the character?
I'm a hunter.
That
doesn't answer the question.
took an unnecessary.
Oh, well, as
because traveling between the realms is incredibly difficult, if not impossible.
Oh yeah.
Unless you're a
no.
gypsy.
But I made friends with gypsies. Ish. So, as a hunter, it's my duty to go around and kill monsters.
It sounds like you're trying to just come up with a way to be everywhere, been everywhere.
Well,
Yeah, pretty much.
I probably haven't been everywhere, but
What?
she would be traveling.
A Sierra character having been everywhere? That's like as rare as a David character with a mechanical arm.
You joke, but there's only one of those that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I'm not sure where this
Yeah.
other mechanical arm thing is coming from.
If
Like, this
anything,
one that-
Oh,
this
Dow,
one
you're talking
that
about
Star
Dow?
Wars
Yeah,
characters.
there was Dow.
Yeah.
That was it.
Dow had like a cybernetic arm that looked real. This is like more of a Full Metal Alchemist arm.
Oh,
Myself, I would have said a David character that doesn't have a fox attached to it.
plus I only have one character who's been well traveled, and that was Kami.
I'm like, if you come up with a way to be well traveled, by all means.
Well, no,
It's-
I
it
just
makes-
want
it makes sense.
a monster manual. That's like literally all I want. It's a monster manual.
I
She
mean,
would have traveled, but
honestly,
I don't. She's not that well traveled.
If Tristan can find the price, or if they want to help me come up with a price for a book like that, then sure, I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it. Seems, like I said, it's. I'm about to say in this world, a monster manual would be the equivalent of the gotcha magazines that that they have for the criminals every week.
I'm down with that. I'm totally down with that. It makes it easier. If ever we go to a new place, I'm like, I need a monster manual, sir.
Anyway.
Okay, I'm totally down with that. You hear that? Monster manual for the win.
Just keep in mind that effectively the law is the law. Depends on where you go. If you're in Bulgaria, the law is the law. Please do not break it.
Wait, but how would I break the law?
Several things. Don't rob people. Don't kill people.
I don't rob. I don't kill. Again, I do drink blood, but I make them willing.
And that's not illegal.
Yeah. If
That's not illegal.
if I may interrupt though, do people have any questions about
This game.
this game?
Yes. I'll say. I believe I'm gonna say. No. I had to think for a minute. I was like, wait, no, that was the other game. No, I'm up to date with this one.
who we killing?
Ah,
No one right now. No one.
I see. The plan all along was to stall for everyone to get here. Okay, my apologies.
Somebody could have said that.
Norm.
I'm all for that as long as they know that's what people want to do.
Yes, that is completely what they were trying to do. I was texting them the entire time, like,
Okay,
just
for the
wait
record,
and stop.
DCs have 4 hero points, DM has 3.
Yes.
Okay.
And you know what that means?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Absolutely nothing!
I can hear it pulling the hell out of people. That's what that means.
If we allow it.
Oh,
Ah,
he's the DM. We don't have to allow the DM to hero point shit.
I'm the DM right now, so if I'm spending it on an NPC, it don't matter.
So you can't stop the DM from hero pointing.
Hey, David, you good with using that the GM hero point? Yeah, David, I'm fine with that. Go right ahead.
I don't know, David. Do I really deserve it? Yeah, you're right, David.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know if I do. You're absolutely right, and that humbleness is exactly why you need a hero point. Thank you, Dave. You're welcome, David.
Okay. You have been announced, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, they were leading us to somebody.
And say
Yeah,
we are.
Queen.
If you look at the map, if he's put us on the map, we are in the throne room.
Yep.
Yeah. Nope, I just see a map. I'm a map, I'm a map, I'm a map. For a second there, I was like, am I in the right game?
So
And
wait,
I am.
why are we in the throne room?
The Lizard Queen. We are meeting.
I
With
don't see a throne room.
We are meeting with the Queen of the Lizards.
It's right
Yes,
here.
I was not.
Ah, yes. Last session, after spending 2 hours shopping for the little girl, the village asked us to go look into the lizard folk thing we ran into at the end of the first adventure to find out what they were doing, why they
Yes,
were
I
buying
do recall
weapons.
that.
Yeah, so we went down there to not fight them, sailed into a little cave with the rowboat, got surrounded by lizards, and they took us to see the queen.
Yep.
Yeah, and if I remember, just remembering, the town wants us to just know what they're doing.
Yeah, we're just talking.
Yeah, no fighting.
Yep.
Dylan already announced that. Dylan already said we weren't fighting.
Sierra, stop
What?
swallowing your microphone.
Sorry, I'm laying down, so my boob swallowed everything.
The fellatio can't taste very good with the mic.
Yeah, no, Dylan already said that no killing. We're not killing, we're not fighting. Diffuse the situation.
Okay. Just
Make
so you know,
peace,
I'm
not
cooking
love.
pancakes, but it is going to be fairly simple. So
When
I
you
have
make
everything up.
pancake, you're supposed to use the Terramana tequila in your batter
Wait,
instead of water.
tequila pancakes.
Yum yum.
And you're supposed to add peanut butter.
It's the next evolution past bacon.
The kit. I'm sorry,
I
but
learned
that's
it from The Rock.
Yeah, well,
Little
honey,
pancake.
I'm not The Rock. And honestly, it sounds like The Rock can't smell his own cooking.
Oh!
Honestly, it sounds like he's trying to push his tequila.
But anyways, moving along.
Yep.
Okay,
Thank you.
so we are in a throne room with a lizard queen.
Yep. You have been.
I'm still on the map. Am I supposed to still be on the map?
He has not moved us from the world map.
Oh,
Okay,
my
that's what I'm
mistake.
just confirming.
Thank you. Sorry. Here, everyone should be centered now. Okay.
Hey, stop pouting. You're being a big baby right now. That's annoying.
The queen from her faraway position.
That's
will-
the queen right here, correct?
What? No.
That's a
Okay.
giant iguana-looking thing.
Yeah, that is. Hold on, let me get you. I would give you a good image, except they don't have their nice big Earth image, so yeah, I'll just need to show you the pog.
Make Pog go big.
Oh, so she's off in the corner where we can't see it.
Yeah, she's beyond some pillars.
Yeah, is that
Over
else
here,
just seeing
right?
a black screen?
Nope.
No, it's because
No!
you're not on the map, Greg, because you weren't here.
Oh,
okay.
We have to
Just
drop
wanna
a Kyoki and a Gant.
So she's over this way, right, David?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, so then I can't see her.
Now I'm just thinking about that, the thing where it was, that one guy in RPGs. Okay, how be the vision?
I mean, I
Well-
see things in front of me. The pillars block out the other half of the room.
I'm,
Oh, yeah.
I'm referring to the people I just dropped.
That's it. Can you actually see the map now?
Okay.
I can see a little bit, yes.
Yeah.
Probably all that I am deigned to see.
I say we're supposed to be able to
for
see
the
roughly one room.
moment. Okay, damn, it's huge.
If you can't see, try moving side to side, see if that makes a difference.
No, I'm good.
Sit.
Okay, there will be a male-sounding voice that's speaking in Draconic for those who have Draconic on their character sheets.
Laser sheet.
My brain's like all over the place right now. Will announce in Draconic Present them to the queen. The shield-bearing guardsmen who had totally captured you guys will rise to a stand from crouching position and kind of point and direct you guys. Provided you're going to follow the direction, I'm just going to like move you to where.
So we came here to cooperate. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, question, if I may, before continuing.
Uh-huh.
No. Would Gant have known they speak Draconic?
That would be.
We kind of, yeah, because we found that out in when we were still on the boat, right?
No, we found that out when they started yelling at us and pointing weapons at us. I believe that's a nature check to know about lizard folk. I know some people needed to comprehend languages to understand them, but that doesn't let you talk back. Some of us happen to have Draconic as a language.
Yeah, which is how I was able to understand those.
Letting my pancakes cook while I look up my things, because I also have tongues. Or I'm pretty sure I have tongues.
You said tums or tongues?
Tongues. The spell tongues.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is he saying?
He's making some pancakes with tongues.
Or tums.
With tons.
Or tums.
Yes,
Oh, okay. I have the wrong set of dice out. Let me change
That's
that.
yeah, we're using 3d6 for this one.
Yeah, okay.
Our special Dragon Age rules.
Yeah, I have tongues, so Gant will cast that upon realizing, I can't understand a single thing they're saying. It's all
Kind of hard to par when you can't understand them.
Oh, I forgot I could just try and mind read them. That's fine. I'll remember that for next time.
So yeah, before this, Gant would have cast tongues on himself in order to understand what the hell they're saying.
Okay, sounds good.
Are my stats really this bad?
Are my stats this lousy?
Am I truly this low level? It's more likely than you think.
Say that like 8th level is low level.
Well, it's just that I know in some cases a lot of people here are used to like level 13 or something like that. So.
Okay. The queen, which I do have a tiny image of over on the right in the Roll20 chat, will appraise you.
Don't let him out!
Looking at this rather large group of people that actually dropped more player pogs than.
I'll go with 4.
Yeah, I did. Okay. There we go. Let me realign you. We'll appraise the group here. Just with her eyes just looking over at each of you. Her guards are clearly just keeping a keen slit eye on you as a group, with their
Yeah, for their warp.
with their morning stars and shields at the ready. Rather nasty bit of weapons for those who are familiar with what a morning star is.
Yeah. I will do a bow in a very elegant flair-like manner, like over the top. Like I'm being extra.
Okay.
Your Highness, it is nice to meet you. I will say so in Draconic.
Here. talk to that guy for a second, and then take his position right, not over there. Right there. Okay. What sounds like a scratchy voice comes out as she's trying to clear it some.
I'm back.
Why is it that you have invaded, and she'll make a broad gesture, my home?
As you can see, we have a ship. We've been out at sea for a few days, and we were just looking for a place to scavenge supplies. We mean no harm, we come in peace.
Can you make a deception roll, please? Because you are not here to scavenge supplies.
I can't tell them we were here to spy.
That is true. With me, meaning, unless you're going to say I'm a spy, then by that very nature you would have to deceive, which admittedly is the job of a spy.
Not sure why we can't just tell them the truth. Yo, we saw that y'all were fucking around buying weapons, and the village got nervous.
Okay, not bad. 15, 20.
I'm very confused as to why the bards aren't doing the talking. Can we have two of them?
The sorcerer is usually just as good at talking, but I don't know what skill proficiencies you guys took. All of you are
And then also,
all of you are charisma based.
yeah, and I also wasn't sure if you guys spoke Draconic or not.
We know Gant does because he casts tongues.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Well, do we know Gant cast tongues? I know he said he was, but did he?
Yeah, I'm gonna let him cast it. I mean, so he can.
Well, I know
cast
he was
it.
gonna cast it. I was asking if we were aware.
Are we aware he
he
cast it?
Oh,
You
Yeah.
you probably would have. Yeah, but still, it's still good because technically you are also royalty, so you have a bit more of like. But continue. You started the conversation, so.
Yep, there we go.
I wasn't going to.
Hey, I'm Peter.
It was very good.
That's okay. No, and you feel free to interrupt. We are all equals here. Okay.
right.
If I look to be drowning us, please
No, that's
do
fair.
step in and save us. I
You'll
don't
find-
want to be the one that kills the party.
Too late.
I had cast my understand languages thing, hadn't I?
Yeah, you cast comprehend, which lets you understand them, but you can't speak back to them.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, verbal combat. What is this?
This is what we use when we're negotiating and/or debating.
Mhm.
Oh, so I don't know. Am I supposed to read over this now?
Well, ideally you've read it over it last time it came up, but
Last time I didn't do the talking.
if you are talking to her, if you're doing the talking, you have to deal with it.
I'm doing the talking now.
Right. So now you need to read it. You chose to do the talking. Now you get to deal with the consequences.
Okay. Divide by 2 times 5.
You have done this to yourself.
okay. So with this, with this deceit in order, and keep in mind with the verbal combat here, unless Triss is going to correct me, you guys can kind of verbally gang up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I understand. I'm just. It is one thing at a time.
Yeah. So you have a turn. Only one person can do one thing at a time, but you guys can totally have multiple people in the same conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, oh wait, she's speaking to Crocs, never mind. Okay, cool.
Oh, is this how Dal made friends with Melina?
Dal made friends with Melina using persuasion to enact the friendship victory condition. That was great. I like that. The fight with her was so much fun.
Wrong game.
Oh, she's reading the rules, I believe, is she not?
Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah. I thought she was reading and so just mentioned something, you know.
Yeah, since you guys threw homework at me.
Yeah. I can go over it a bit if you'd like.
Work.
Classwork.
I would say it's trying to be rather straightforward. There's pretty much the general, like you can do general deceit and intimidation things. You can do more kind of verbally scalpel kind of effects by doing things like attempting to befriend or just kind of study people to have various boons and such.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna try and make her a friend.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to. I was here last time.
No, last time we did verbal combat.
No, I was not. That's why I was like.
Yeah, Sierra was not. We've only had one verbal combat, and that was you guys and the bandit, which was you and Greg.
Yeah, I was not
and
present.
David.
Was David involved in that?
And David.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
was trying to
not
be all
present.
intimidating and it wasn't working.
So now I'm speed reading. I'm skipping over the math bits, just FYI, because math is not my strong suit. So
Okay. Well, I mean, you can read the names and like tell me what you want to do, and I'll like explain stuff.
yeah, I want to make a friend. I want to make her my friend. I don't want to make an enemy. Let's make love, not war.
Well, okay, cool. You can do that on subsequent things. Right now, you have attempted a bit of deceit here.
Yeah, but I rolled a 20.
Yes, you did. Could you roll me 1d6 plus your intelligence modifier? As you
1d6 plus
yeah.
my intelligence modifier. Hold
Yep,
on.
because deceit and deception does that kind of quote unquote damage to their resolve.
So total is a 6.
Okay. Her head tilts, looking at you in particular. Dylan. Oh, Dylan. Okay.
Oh my god, I don't know if I can't read or if I'm just stupid because I've literally reread this sentence like 4 or 5 times right now.
Okay. So I'm having to skim this myself because it hasn't popped up super much. Okay.
I say we should do without it this time.
But she'll tilt her head, and I mean it's integrated into the game. It's a good moment for it. You're dealing with the queen.
I'd say it's there to prevent people from just dropping a d20 and ending the entire adventure.
Okay.
Torture and torment? Really?
Yeah, because it can be used for interrogation.
Oh, interrogating. Oh, okay.
Which is what we used it for last time.
See, her head tilts, looking at you. There are other places to find salvage.
This
What-
place was
if you
closer from.
if you do need
No.
such resources, what
Okay.
would
I
you
can't
give
hear
in
you, David.
exchange?
Say that again. I couldn't hear you.
If you come here for, there are other places you could go for salvage. However, since you have arrived here, what would you give in exchange, and what do you need?
Yeah. Okay. I can't hear you.
Both myself and Tristan just muted Greg.
Okay. Sorry. I could not hear you. I couldn't hear what you
Yeah,
were
say
saying.
whatever that discussion was. It was
There are salvage other places. Why would you not have gone there? However, since you are here, what is it that you have in trade, and what is it that you need?
We came here because you were closer to where our location was. Correct? That's not a lie, right? This island was closer to us.
Well, I mean, it's nearby, though. Also, so is Saltmarsh.
Well, that's why I was asking if it was closer to us or not.
Well,
it was.
Otherwise,
It is a cave in the middle of nowhere, as opposed to these town we launched from. Yes.
Okay. Then yeah. So then my statement's not a lie. It was closer. This place was closer from where our location was.
I was going to also add we could just said we were a little lost. I think we mentioned that before. Guys.
And we need wood. As my trusted pilot here scraped the boat a little bit. Couldn't get on some rocks we did not see.
Can I interrupt and ask the queen if she speaks common?
If you'd like, you can interrupt. What language are you speaking in?
Common.
Okay.
Parlez-vous français?
Okay. Before you ask that, I'll say what the queen did to you was a appeal for information. So, what kind of defense would you like to mount?
Say that again.
I'm saying that what the queen just inquired to you was more of an appeal for information. So I'm wondering what defense on the defense side you would like to choose.
Okay, defense. Hold on, let me scroll down and see.
While you're looking that up, since I know it will take you a moment, the inquiry about common or not.
Can I? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Is met with a draconic response of what would make you worthy of knowing such of my abilities.
Can I use empathy? Like something under the empathy, or does it have to be directly from defenses?
Well, if you look at counter-argument, a counter-argument is selecting an attack.
Counter-argument.
Which you could choose something from empathy if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm going to choose something from the empathy tool So charisma. Can I use charisma?
Well,
I guess I don't want to
can-
romance
can-
her. Never mind. Hold on.
well,
I read the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to romance the lizard
yeah.
lady.
There's
I'm good.
also
Hold on.
there's also empathic
Friend.
attacks. Yeah, you could go to befriend.
Yeah, let's go to
Could,
be
Mase,
friends.
could someone catch me up on what's going on?
We're still talking to the Lizard Queen after sailing into their cave to find out why they were
Okay.
buying guns.
Yeah. After I'm through resolving her defense, I'm gonna let other people chime in the conversation if they would like.
I was about to say, now that I know she understands common, I know I can respond. So,
Given your line of yeah, okay, cool. That's your
Yeah,
line of
I want to use befriend.
okay.
So roll 1d6 plus charisma.
Well, you would, yeah, 1d6 plus charisma, because that's what's listed under the skill.
I just wanted to make sure. And that's a 9.
9, okay. You'll... you'll take 11 damage to your own resolve.
No.
You should have resolve already calculated on your sheet.
It's in the section where your meta magic and your spell points and everything are listed.
Okay, hold on. Bio.
Core page right above where your feats and everything are.
Okay, gotcha.
Ah, right in the pride.
Alright, where is it? Resolve!
Yeah, your resolve goes down by your current resolve goes down by 11. So the big box, not the little box.
Oh, not in the total.
Where? Yeah, not the total. The other one.
Okay, so the one below it.
Yeah, the one below total.
Okay.
74.
With that exchange, unless she's doing her calculations, would anyone else like to mount a conversational defense for your existence in this place? Do keep in mind that what you see on the screen are the number and kinds of lizard folk in this room.
And that we have been disarmed.
Yes.
What language does she speak?
Currently, they are speaking Draconic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Although-
I just like that.
I just confirmed that she understands common.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you? You heard her talk in Draconic, but do you know
Yes.
that she was directing it to you?
I have.
Thanks to comprehend languages, he knows she was talking
Oh,
back.
yeah, that's right. I forgot he has that.
Yep.
I'm gonna say she's okay.
Oh, good.
So if I'm remembering correctly, we came here to
To find out why they were buying weapons.
You said why they were buying weapons?
Yeah,
Okay.
Pretty much we're spying on them.
that's one
Okay.
interpretation.
Well, the
Okay.
people could have just, hey, why are you guys buying weapons?
I will attempt to talk to her. I speak Draconic. I come from I will come towards the throne, and
Okay.
I will come towards the throne, and I will do the customary greeting that humans do for Draconians in
Okay, so you were heading towards the throne.
No,
well,
you
in
should
the
have just
direction,
stayed where you were.
and the not so much like like stepping forward from the group to acknowledge that I wish to speak.
Okay.
So kind of following the general customs of talking to lizard folk as going off the idea that lizard folk and draconians are all just as arrogant as one another. The customary, I will give them the customary subservient greeting. That I'll say. It was like, I will tell them. It was like my queen. I wish to come. We are ever thankful that you agreed to spare. I'm so happy that you agreed to that even for just a fraction of time you were willing to spare our meager lives, so that we may be able to have audience with you. We greatly understand that this is more of a privilege to be in your presence than even we realize it to be.
Okay. What would you classify that as under the verbal
combat
combat?
rules again for Brian.
Technically, I think you can roll that as a change the subject. If you want.
Did I change the subject? I was just,
Well,
I was effectively
well,
buttering her up before I started talking.
Yes, it's just that how we're going right now is there's actually
Right.
verbal
That's why we're in the
combat,
verbal combat rules.
Yeah.
and she had made an accusation, and David's like, okay, what do you all want to do for a defense? And
You need to bring the verbal combat rules up for Brian, because I think Brian was out of the room when we were just re-explaining them all to Sierra, and Brian was also not here for the
It
previous
should
verbal
have popped
combat.
up on your screen.
There you go, verbal combat.
also apologies
Resolve.
about the noise, or I thought I'd remove it myself.
I say charisma plus intelligence divided by 2 times 5.
You should already have it.
That should be
calculated.
already calculated on your sheet,
It's fine, Greg. We love Sam.
right above where your feats and stuff live.
Antagonistic attacks? Nope. I'm not trying to do that. What am I trying to do? Defenses. Change the subject. Persuasion. 1d6 plus intelligence. Let's
Well,
see.
that's how much
Skill
damage you
persuasion.
do. First, you have to make the persuasion check.
Yeah.
Okay. Doable. Yoking Nagari. I am good at the persuading. Particularly since I have friendly face. Because unlike you all, I smile all the time.
Hey, you don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this helmet.
Pretty sure, trash knights aren't smiling all the time.
Well, right now he's just rolling his eyes.
Look, that's what everyone called him. I was like, that wasn't a diss. You just said that everyone calls him a trash knight.
That's the Elvish word for them. Because the Silken Empire does not like them.
Don't worry, my dad likes them. That's all that matters.
So let me make sure that I don't have advantage on persuasion checks. Proficiency. She is hostile, so that doesn't count. I say, yeah, she counts as hostile towards us, correct?
Is this for applying to one of your feats?
Yeah.
At the moment, her status is neutral.
Neutral?
Yeah, because
Okay.
she is not. She is wary. I won't say to the point of hostility.
Okay. Cool. Never mind. Then I can't do this. Alright. Alright, cool. Then
What was that phrase I like? Cautiously pessimistic.
I like that.
here we go. Persuasion. Oh, I rolled doubles.
Means you throw a roleplay stunt.
Yay. 1-1, and then I rolled a 6. Yay.
Roleplay stunts can help here.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm going for. So I have 6 stun points.
So if it's social combat, so he might let you throw combat stunts too to get extra social damage.
Yeah, I would.
Let's see. Where is... Seriously, where the fuck is alternative hit die?
So wait, are we
Where's
just
the-
playing Persona?
Seriously, where's the stun points thing?
Yeah, I don't see it anymore.
Oh, here it is. It's all the way at the bottom. Okay.
Yeah, it's on
I don't
house
remember
rules
it
at the
being down
bottom.
there. I don't remember
Oh,
it being
house
all the way down
rules.
there.
Instead of handouts.
Combat, exploration, initiative, roleplay.
And so he said combat stunts are also applicable if you want to go that route.
Yeah. For the standpoint of things like damage for more cutting words, kind of thing.
Haha, we know about that.
Hmm. That, as funny as that would be, I'm not going to do that.
Somebody else usually thought about seducing the priestess.
I would seduce her. She didn't look like a loser lady. I have standards.
I'm only
You have
half
to
dragon.
at
I don't want
least
to
be-
seduce a full dragon.
No, I'd seduce a full dragon.
Oh, it's
Not a
because she.
lizard, though. She's the equivalent of a gecko, okay? Compared to a dragon.
Hey, those geckos will sell you some awesome wagon insurance.
Oh, I could use something. I could use some light machine.
Let's see. I'm going to use. I'm going to use Sway the Crowd and Jest.
Okay.
No, you're working as a team.
I'll say I'm going to use Sway the Crowd, and I will use Jest. I'm going. To be like. You said she was. Her response to us was what now? Before I walked in,
I
said she was kind
believe
of
her
offensive or
response to Dylan was why, it was pretty much why if you're here, why you here in this place for salvage, other places closer. If but since you are here, what is it that you want, and what is it you have for trade? To which I actually forgot what Dylan's response was.
She said it was closer.
Yeah, it was closer.
Yeah, I said it was closer, and then that we were looking for some wood since my awesome pilot accidentally ran into some rocks and damaged our wood some.
I'm the awesome pilot.
Yeah, you were the one staring. Yes, you were the awesome pilot.
I'm about to say, in order to tell her, I'm like, it was like, yeah, we'll look and be like, we are but a trifle of a band of adventurers, looking to do what we can to make it in this world. It's like, I mean, look, I'm like, well, I mean, look at us. I'm going to like pull my arm out of my sleeve and show how like tiny and weak my arms are. It's like, what could I possibly do? And look over there, we have a cripple. And I'm going to point over. I'm going to point over at him. And I'm about to say, it was like, and look at this gentleman over here. And I'm going to point over to Ash. It was like our poor knights can only afford a bucket for a helmet.
Somehow the T-visor narrows and glares at you.
It's the Batman glare.
I'm gonna say,
Get that one Goblin Slayer eye going.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It was like in our poor bard over here. It's like our poor bard over here. Those strings are simply pieces of hair. If he was ever plucked one, it would break. And our poor lass right here has a strip from
Hey,
money.
watch it, bud.
And with that, he pissed off everybody.
Well, no, it is a DC to not. Well, actually, no, that's right.
Yes, it's a DC 11 charisma to avoid laughing.
Yeah. So
would that include us, or for this case?
No,
I imagine it would include whoever he's aiming it at.
Actually, I get to omit the people who are the butt of the jokes, including myself.
Yeah, Dawn's gonna glare at you. She's gonna be like, "We'll talk about this later."
We will, and I'll say, I'm going to kind of like look over my shoulder and just kind of do like the body language thing. I will I will talk about this later when we're not being stabbed to death by lizard folk. I'll say I was under the impression everyone could take a temporary joke.
Not one so crass.
Has no one been in a situation where they had to dissolve a situation without stabbing things?
I have plenty of time.
Yes,
and then she kept thinking about it, and then she's like, in her head, she's looking at the counters where she had to use her body to get out of argument, and then she's gonna put her hand down and be like, I feel so much shame right now.
Yeah, I believe the queen needs to respond.
Yep. The queen will have a smile tugging at her lips, so she won't be laughing aloud. Okay, I believe your roll is an 18. She is going to...
Oh, they roll 4d6? Is that what I'm supposed to be rolling, or is that just what they're rolling?
It's supposed to be 3d6.
That is me typing things in incorrectly. Here, let me type it in correctly.
Somehow she rolls higher.
This is
Okay.
a Star Wars D6.
I've been having to stop myself from making the first die exploding. Okay, there, 16, 13, that beats the 11. Okay, same effect then. And in Draconic, she'll respond looking at you, Kyoki.
Mm-hmm.
Just keeping an eye on the other idiots in the room.
They're aware of your presence. They aren't overtly hostile unless you like make motions to move towards the queen, that kind of thing.
I'm just keeping an eye on them in case,
Yeah.
I'm using them to I'm gauging the reactions to how good or bad we're doing.
Okay, she will counter you with a question of her own, which does beat you by 1.
It beats him by 1?
Yep.
Oh wait, did he get to do his damage of change the subject? Or
oh, that's right, because it's a defense.
Yep.
Doi. Never mind.
We'll eventually get a handle on this.
Yeah, sorry, it's new. It's new.
This is a lot of work.
I mean,
it is very intriguing, but you have to kind of know what you're doing, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, this is a lot of work for the Sierra.
Well, then I guess you might want to stop trying to talk to people. This was specifically put in here to keep Matt and Greg entertained.
And I went to try to insert myself into this, and got shit out by Brian. I'm feeling some type of way, so I'm not.
Oh. I'm sorry. I just came in. I was told that things are going south. I was like, oh shit.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, either way, there you go.
Then with the chains of subject, the queen will more broaden her gaze to the rest of you. Let's see. This would be that. Okay. sorry. All we are hearing so far is how eclectic your adventuring crew is, and that you need supplies for repair. There is a village of far more fleshy people like yourselves nearby that would be much more useful for such endeavors.
Is it safe to assume that you don't trade outside of your own kind? If so, why?
I see you're so wishing to engage in this verbal combat, though I will ask if
I can't help it. The Sierra has a question and she is confuzzled.
Though I will then ask, does anyone else also want to participate in this verbal combat, so it's not just Dylan kind of like monopolizing the situation?
I did say people are more than welcome to chime in.
Yeah,
that was literally the first thing I said.
I know, Sierra, but
Margot is chuckling watching her flounder. So
I'm not floundering. I have a legitimate question.
I'm willing to ask. I'm about to say to follow up with hers. To be like, it was like as a loyal citizen of the High Drakengard Empire, it would be my honor to be able to do business. To be able to do business with a queen. With a queen of such noble birth as yourself, on behalf of the empire. Maybe even if it interests you, I'd be able to go back and give them word so that they may be able to do trade with you as well. If that pleases the queen.
Okay. Are you doing that as like a kind of aid action for Dylan, or are you doing it as a wholly separate effect?
Aid Dylan.
Okay.
Because it was kind of to go to kind of stack on to Dylan's of like, do you not do business with us? It was like, and then for me to add on like, because if you do, we could possibly open up your trade even more to the Drakengard Empire, and maybe be able to give you even more things to work with.
Okay.
Assuming that they don't already.
In that case, Dylan, unless there is a particular one that you're thinking of, it sounds like your general inquiry for a question would fall under persuasion or persuade.
I'm very good with persuasion.
And with Kyoki's aid, you can roll this at advantage.
Yay! Oh, actually, I lie. It's performance. I'm very good at
That's kind of like persuasion.
That's totally
but
the same
with your body.
Just
here, I am doing interpretive dance. That is very persuasive.
Okay, this is better. 14. Okay, so 5. 19. With 2 5s. I don't know what that gets me.
Well, that means you have doubles. That means you get stunt points. Which means you have to look at the stunt point handout.
I know, pulling it up. Handouts, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. No, that's not. Stunt points are under house rules.
Question.
Minimize house rules.
Yes?
Yep.
Hold on. I think I actually saw it, so I may not have to. Okay, I was trying to figure out like who was who. I'm trying to remember all our positions. I didn't know if there was a handout that we had for that.
The handout for the ship has everybody's boat rolls on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 5. Wait, am I reading? I'm reading the wrong stuff. Damn it, Sierra.
Just so you're aware, you can use the damaging combat stunts for this.
I don't want to call her damage.
Well, it's social damage. It's not real damage.
Oh.
It's that resolve damage thing that you took.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then let's do that. Huzzah. Let's see. Okay, awesome. I will use Bon Mot and Tower of Will. Rid of all my stuff. Yeah.
Okay. And Tower of Will. Bonus any opposed. Okay, nice. Okay. And I believe the question was about trading.
Yeah, I was asking if she only trades with her con, like why she doesn't trade with other people and only her con. Well, safe to assume that she only trades with her people and not other of her kind. Question mark. Why do you got these tools out? Put them away.
Ignore me. I was scrolling on my sheet.
And what was your what was your initial roll?
19.
That's with advantage?
Yeah, that was with advantage. The first roll would have been a 10.
Okay, the queenly ignore did indeed fail. Okay, please roll your resolve damage for her. I believe we said this fell under persuasion, unless you thought of something a bit more appropriate for your inquiry. That is 1d3 plus your charisma modifier.
Wait, 1d3?
Yep, that's what it says.
Okay, 1d3. I don't have a d3, so
D6 and have it.
Question, David.
Yep.
When Kyoki, especially Menken, mentions the Drakengard, kind of like Ash, Gant will look around the room to gauge their reaction to Drakengard.
Okay, make me an insight roll, please.
Okay, please continue.
Did I get anything when you mentioned Drakengard since I was reading the room?
One moment. I'll answer you as soon as I get Greg's roll, because it could be the exact same information. Okay.
I imagine it would be similar, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. For Gant and Ash, when the Drakengard was mentioned, there is a bit of wariness to the mention of the Drakengard Empire. For you, Ash, since your insight was higher earlier, and you were kind of just keeping a monitor of the room, you're getting the sense that they are not yet desperate enough to deal directly with the Drakengard. Like it's an option that's on the table, but they just haven't taken it yet.
Okay, so they currently don't want to. Which is important to know.
Yeah. So, would you say it's not necessarily antagonism to Drakengard, but weariness?
Cautiousness.
Okay, cautiousness. Okay. Okay, good to know. Good to
know. Okay. Before I have the Queen respond to the question, is anyone else that has not yet gone going to do anything concerning furthering this particular narrative, or maybe even derailing the narrative with the Queen?
I'm good
Nope.
for the moment.
Um.
Yep. As
I'll wait till she responds to this.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. We have done trading with others. Yes. Though I do not see how that is of any business of yours outside of our immediate potential dealings. For the people that had their insight up, you will gauge that a few people, a few lizard folk in this room aren't comfortable with the fact that they are trading with others, though the others is rather generic.
Okay, so they just don't like dealing with quote outsiders. Would that be a good way of putting it?
That would be a good way of putting it.
Okay.
Yeah, those that are not their friends and allies and such.
Okay. Okay, so that even adds even more. So they're not necessarily allies. Okay. Okay. So she's said things have again. Gant will do.
I can bring the verbal combat back up if you'd like.
I don't know which one to go with. I believe he'll go with either persuade or appeal. The words he will say in Draconic and in a very good accent of someone who was natural born with it or mimic it. Will say something along the lines of, we asked because our cordmaster, which that is the actual thing. Yes, because our quartermaster and captain are making sure that we are properly armed. When properly armed, we are low on powder and other items. Therefore, we're wanting to know if you happen to know any sources we can seek out for such. Your benevolence.
Okay. Okay. Feel free to make me a roll.
Either way, it's persuasion by the look of it. If I did appeal or persuade, so
yeah, the effects are different.
Yeah. I guess appeal would be it.
Yeah, because you're appealing for
information. And
yeah. Okay.
It's answering the question and also appealing for information, the same step. So it's a counterattack, actually.
Okay.
Possibly. Anyway, persuasion. Hot damn. I am good at persuasion. And I got 6 stunt points out of that.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah, 2 5s and a 6. So I will go with. Okay, so I guess I'll go with Tower of Will as well as and another thing to kind of represent. It's adding the information. It's answering her question, but also asking our own of we are low. We seem to be quote low on some supplies, and we're looking for some.
Okay.
And to also kind of cover for why Kiyoki and Dylan, our captain and quartermaster respectively, are very concerned about trade.
Okay. I feel free to roll that resolve
Four
damage.
words, my dear brother. 4 words.
Yeah, Alexander, come in. I love you.
Nice.
But you've got school tomorrow. Well, not school, but camp. Summer camp.
We don't look at you. Raz will blink a few times as our people kind of refocuses a bit towards you, Gant. We see our own supplies may not be given freely due to our own need of them. The situation we are currently in is one of our concern. So, what would you have to give to us in return?
You misunderstand, Your Eminence. My apologies. That is my miscommunication. It was not that we would take from you. It was simply if you knew of sources that perhaps gave you trade of your own. However, as also the case, what troubled you?
What was the last part?
If I may be, as my companion says, a humble servant and traveler, what troubles your kind, your people?
Let's see. I need a reference.
Slowly getting information.
Good job, Mo.
North is that way. I believe Marsh is that way. So we would recommend the soft town to the north for your own supplies. Our routes do not deal with that place. Actually, as for your, what did you do? That's what I give for switching maps. There you guys are. Okay. As for your inquiry about our own issues, we do not yet have a trust of you to divulge such.
Then tell us how we can at least earn this trust, if you would be so gracious and kind. Or there may be a time where we can form a friendship and lean on each other for assistance should the case or need ever arise.
You can try a appeal or befriend if you'd like.
Befriend! Yes! Befriend! That would be a 10.
Are you adding your stuff to that?
Yeah, 1d6 plus charisma.
No, that's the damage.
Oh!
You still have to make the skill
still
roll.
your 3d6.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And
I
it's
was
a charm
wondering
roll.
why you were rolling fairly low.
Well, now we know. Okay. All right. So charm, right? A rolling charm. All right. No problem. Okay. Plus 5 is 19. 19 for befriend.
That sounds more like it. Yeah, I kept seeing all those low numbers. I'm like, Dylan has a very high charisma. That doesn't make sense. Like, I know bad rolls are bad, but
Okay.
Oh, now
Roll your resolve damage, please.
now I roll the d6. Right?
Yes, now
Yeah.
you roll the d6.
Oh, sweet. So 11.
Oh,
Okay.
Now I know.
To gain our trust, you would be required to gain the trust of our people.
Take the trust of the people. What does that mean?
She said gain the trust of our people.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we-
gain the
If you
trust-
want to gain our
okay.
trust, you would have to gain the trust of our people. She's speaking in the royal we and ours.
Okay, got you. No task too small to befriend a friend. Unless it's murder, then I kind of draw the line at murder. I'm down with pillaging, though. So I don't know what that would be like. But I would like to take the stuff back after we take it from
Would anyone else like to interject some more talking points? Try to delve deeper into what's been discussed already, or do something else with the conversation entirely. Remember, ending the conversation is also an option if you feel that you've gone far enough. Though
don't want to
her
break all
resolve
of them.
clearly is not broken for the purposes of at least Dylan's
a friend. anyway.
once.
Yeah. So, just to kind of get sense out of character, if I may.
Yep.
So, they keep saying if you want trade, go to Saltmarsh. So they know about Saltmarsh. They're getting weapons and guns from an unknown source that they aren't really willing to give, which is fair. They don't trust us. They also, however, have a concern. Ooh, actually, David, does Ash or Gant, when they mention the trouble, kind of get a read from the room of how bad this trouble is?
You mean concerning those are folks who are in trouble?
Yes, when the Queen mentions that they are dealing with having their own trouble, do the lizard folk have like a visible reaction to it, like kind of, like a slump of the shoulders, a stiffening of the back, that kind of thing?
Okay. Are you wanting to redouble your insight efforts, or just rely on that 12-year-old earlier?
I'm gonna try to re-roll. I don't know what
Okay.
Trish would like to do.
I'm gonna stick with what I did, but I do get a +1 thanks to the stunt.
Okay.
Jeez, okay. More stunt points.
Nice. Okay. Both Ash and Gant are picking up um, hostile apprehension. Also, does Beland want to do anything, or Kiyoki, since you guys have been kind of on the sidelines? Okay, unless my mic cut out, I will take that as a no.
Brian, if you're trying to say something, you're muted. Matthias, call for you.
Yeah. I really don't know what Fargo is bringing to the table here. I mean, I could chime into the conversation, but that seems a little rude.
Well, keep in mind that you can aid someone else's attempt and thus giving them advantage.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. In that case, does anyone have anywhere else they want to take this conversation? Right now, they seem to believe that you're just some people in need of
Well, it
need
sounds
supplies.
like they want us to help. We want to win their trust, we have to help them with stuff. So, the next logical course would be find out what they want help with.
Yeah, because I asked how we could.
Okay.
Why are you over there? Stop pouting like a little bitch, man.
In that case, feel free. If Dylan wants to do this, or of course other people can, make an appeal for information in terms of, what do you need done.
Oh, okay. So I do appeal is persuasion. So
Yep.
I'll roll. 3 is 15 plus 5 is 20.
Is what?
20.
Okay, please roll your resolve damage. Because this is an appeal, I believe you did do an appeal before, so you get an additional 1 damage.
Oh, wow. You said it, what?
Since I believe you made an appeal before, you can... since this is your second appeal, you get a increase of 1 damage for the resolve.
Okay. Ooh!
Wow!
Sexy.
You haven't necessarily met a lot of lizard folk from what I recall of your background.
No, I have not.
But it looks like
I've met a dragon. That's about it.
well, if you ask a dragon, lizard folks are an entirely different category.
I know.
Nor are dragons lizards, according to dragons. That would be a ridicule roll if you were talking with them. Okay, but she looks hesitant, though near acquiescent, to answer your question with any kind of specifics. But after a moment of clearly thinking, she'll lean back into her chair for a moment, kind of glance off to the side. Her tongue will flick out into the air, go back into her mouth, and then after, again, a moment, she'll return her attention to you. as said, the details of our troubles are private. However, the will of my people and the woes of my people are individual and complex. If you do wish to help them, you would have to speak to them, as we do not have enough time currently to give you an exhaustive list. Just so you know, her resolve currently is below half, which is why she considered, kind of answering all of your question, but ultimately decided just to kind of reinforce what she said earlier.
In order to help us, you need to help us.
Well, she's actually saying it's like, talk to my people.
Yeah, but
Okay, that's fair. We can do that.
We will talk to the people.
This is something that you wish to do for yourselves and us.
Yes.
Okay. Unless someone is going to speak up now, the conversation will be reaching a conclusion with that last word of affirmation from Dylan.
I'm good.
yeah, there's nothing that can be really gleaned from this moment where we've reached a stalemate, essentially, so...
Well, maybe we can befriend the people and they can give us some answers.
Yeah, well, basically, this particular conversation is...
It's over, yeah.
It is a stalemate right now. We don't have enough advancement yet. We need more favor points. Come on, let's go. We need to up our faction appeasement.
The Queen will regard your group again for a moment.
No, his feed time's 10 o'clock.
The person to her right, she'll lean over to, whisper. They'll, in a low tone, talk back to her, respond to her. And then she'll resume her attention to the group of outsiders in front of her. We appreciate the words that you have given us, and wish to see if you prove yourselves true to wishing to aid our people, and perhaps then even our troubles, which you appear to also be asking of. And of course, the supplies that you have requested would, I believe it was.
Yes.
We will graciously give you 24 hours to prove your worth. If you do not satisfactorily succeed in this, then you will be returned to your boat and be allowed to resume passage on your ship to whatever other destination you desire. Your weapons will, of course, also be returned to you at that time.
Sorry, the party hears bum, bum, dawn of the final day.
Please take heed of the guards when they address you. for this time period and our own safety, you will not be permitted to leave the grandeur of my abode, and will not be permitted to return to your ship, lest you have ulterior motives that we have not yet discerned.
That seems agreeable.
She'll raise her voice and make more of an announcement to everyone in the room. Take heed, my people. Within reason, these outsiders are allowed to roam and converse with you. Just be mindful.
That smells so bad.
Just be mindful that they are not allowed to return to their ship or any of the other exits that will lead to the exterior of this place. And do not treat them hostilely unless they provoke you.
So, just to make sure I understand out of character, we can't return to our ship, period?
For 24 hours.
That's what she's saying. Now, if you give a good reason, then they may be like, oh, okay, but we'll send a few people with you.
Like,
yeah, okay,
whatever the request kind of requires us to leave.
Yeah, that's why I was making sure. It's like, hey, we need to get on our ship to get some materials for a thing. Can you escort City? Can you send an escort? Okay, that's it. That's all I need to know. Like, we can still go to the ship, but under escort. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Depending on who you're dealing with, you may need to persuade them because they might be a bit dickish, but.
Oh, of course.
Oh wow.
But that being said, her attention will return to the group. You are now considered our guest. Do not abuse such a position. You may remove yourselves from our sight.
Awesome.
Gant will bow, removing his hat, and following courtly gesture, step back a few paces, and then turn around, waiting for the rest of the party.
Yep.
Kyoki's gonna smile. He's like, I like her. She's pretty and sensible.
I feel like you like anybody, and I'm okay with that.
And you guys got her resolve pretty low.
All right, let's mix and mingle, make friends.
Oh, she's prettier than any Dragonborn I've seen.
Well, I'll give you that. Well, I haven't seen much Dragonborn, so I don't exactly know.
Your eyes will thank you.
Hey,
I feel like not. Dragonborn's not my, that's not the type of thing I'm into.
Excuse you, I have met some Dragonborn. They're not all that bad.
Alright, Matt.
You know, yeah, not all of them. Sure, some of them are a bit
Oppressive.
prideful. But that is neither here nor there. Oh, by the way, Kyoki.
Yes.
As we're like walking, Gant will like walk up to Kyoki and intentionally trip him.
Okay, I believe there's a contested roll for that. 1 second.
I believe it's like athletics or something.
That's right.
Athletics or
Kyoki
acrobatics.
should
Yeah.
just take that. He deserved that. I feel like Kyoki should just take it.
Is it like Dex or?
That if it's a trip, it would be that goes look under shove.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's either athletics or an acrobatics roll for you, but an athletics roll for him.
Athletics for me, acrobatic for you.
Okay. You said athletics for me?
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever's higher.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fuck it. It was acrobatics. Fuck that. Of course.
Really? Huh. I guess this is, the kind of thing of like when Kenshin gets tripped by someone in a non-combat situation. Okay. Whoop! You get tripped, and you
I
slip.
at least make sure it's on soft dirt
Okay.
instead of pavement.
Oh, you were kind.
You have
I would have
landed
made
on.
sure he was on tile or something.
You have landed on
Cement.
dirt and not
Um,
stone.
I'll say Kyoki's gonna kind of laugh. He's like, oh man. It's good to know the type of people I travel with.
Can't will kind of be towering over him. Kindly make sure that when you say such remarks that I either cannot hear them or that you tell me in advance.
Oh, I was not aware that we were going to be seeing the Queen and have our lives threatened.
I'm aware, but next time come up with a better repertoire than my pride.
Fair enough.
And I was saying fair enough, you'll offer a hand to help him out. Because unfortunately, Gant's flaw is arrogance.
I'll say
Yeah.
Kyoki will take your hand and stand up and will dust his cloak off, and he was like you know what I think I have there's more about you than I thought. Originally I thought that you were quite the the happy-go-lucky bard. Turns out that you have a bit of a mean streak in you. I actually appreciate that. There was a time if this was a different time in my life, I think we'd get along just fine. You'll see his eyes open just a sliver.
Gant will give his own kind of quote menacing smile to Kyoki. Boy, when you've been around for eight decades, you kind of learn to get kind of a mean streak.
Oh, he was like, I feel I trust you by my side even more now. He was like, here I thought I was the only person like me here.
Can't want to offer a hand in handshake. Sweet.
He was like, and he's gonna look over at Ash. He's gonna look over at Ash. He was like, I wonder what he's hiding underneath that as well. I wonder if everyone else here is a sociopath.
No.
It's called being an adventurer.
I mean, technically we do break into people's houses and smash their stuff and take their money in order to fund our own needs. So
we just make sure they're called evil.
Oh yes, and since I'm lawful good, I'm in charge of who's evil.
That's not how that works.
It is how that works, because I'm lawful good, and I'm the one who gets to say how it works.
No, it depends on the law of the land. Because example, you might be lawful for Dragon Guard, but once you step in the Republic, you ain't lawful.
This is correct. Which means that if we need to loot and pillage and break people's houses in, then we need to go to Drakengard.
Let's worry about our current circumstance, however.
I concur.
Yes, am I say worrying about convincing these lizard folk that we're actually good people. How good are you at lying?
I'm not very good at it.
Who's lying?
Well, we're trying to convince them that we're actually good people, so we have to lie about this.
Considering where
Wait, I am a good
I'd
person.
say you might have to lie about it.
Considering where the conversation is going, I know you guys are no longer in the audience chamber. So where do you want to be while you're having this
I want to go
particular
around
conversation?
and do what she says and mingle and talk and help the people.
Well, I get
Well,
that,
hold
but
on.
I want to
Well,
know
before
where
that-
this conversation with the group currently is being held, because it's been proven that the Queen can at least understand common.
Okay, I actually don't know what kind of city-town thing we're in.
It's a
Is this
cave.
like...
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so probably would have steered towards a more quiet alcove, I suppose, like where we can still be seen, but we can at least see who hears us, and that, you know, our words won't reverb all over the cave.
Okay. Well, I guess I can put you guys down the hall over here.
Oh man, I'm so annoyed.
Is Dylan annoyed or Sierra?
Yes.
Sierra's annoyed because I can't decide between two fucking classes, and it's irking my
Well,
soul.
why don't you focus on the game we're actually playing right now?
Thank you.
I'm multitasking. I am multitasking. Thank you very much.
Then you aren't paying enough attention to the game.
Let's not worry about the game. That's probably 6 months to a year away.
But anyways, so but yeah, we don't exactly have to lie to have people trust us. But there's also another thing we can do. We may not be able to, like, we can help people out, but we will be a severe disadvantage because we're outsiders, however.
It sounds like poop out here.
Ah, fetch quest. That sounds like fun.
True. But do not forget the possibility either that we could also simply find out what their problem is ourselves as well. You know, hearsay, rumors, and such like that. Standard.
Farrell will speak up. Depending on how close the Queen was to being worn down in our conversation, we could always try to resume the conversation and break through to the heart of the matter.
True, but I'd also...
Well, she said talk to her people. Why don't we just try talking to her people first? You know, get some goodwill that way, and then talk to her after we've proven we're somewhat trustworthy.
Get some goodwill. Break that quote resolve down even further, and show that we are people of our word. Because we can go back there and start a discussion, but that also kind of spits in the face of their words and can be misconstrued as us saying that we're better, and that's where spears start coming out.
Well,
and I'm allergic to spears.
I'll say here's a good idea. Actually, no, not an idea. I'm willing to bet 5 gold. I'm willing to bet that 5 gold that whatever issue that they're facing can likely be solved with stabbing.
If we listen to you, any issues that arise can be solved with stabbing.
No, I'm fairly certain that whatever sort of issue is plaguing them is probably some sort of creature meandering around here that is interfering with their trade.
Well, let's find out. Let's talk to the people.
Yeah, let's just talk to the people. And then we'll start from there.
My guess is a beach kraken.
A beach
I
kraken.
don't even know what that is.
It's a kraken with wheels.
Have you never seen those? Have you never read those books? Sometimes they have these books, and sometimes the issues come with these things called beach episodes, where these random tentacled monsters show up on the beach and start grabbing people incredibly inappropriately. And you wonder how something that large can wind up on the shore and still be living. But it works because fan service.
I was gonna say the last time I read something that involved tentacles. Anyway, but to the people.
No, do please go on.
No, this is not a conversation we
I knew
should
you
have.
looked familiar.
Later then.
Farron will give you a little bit of a cheeky look, as if oh, you read all kinds of books, is the kind of look that he's giving you.
Oh please. We still have. If it was that kind of book, we would have 2 other acts before that happens.
But yes, I'm gonna go mix and mingle with the people. You wanna come with me, Trash Can Man?
Really wish people would stop calling me that, but yeah, I'll stick with you.
I was about to say, I'm like, if you're not offended by that after I said that.
That's why she said it.
I call bullshit. It's because she's not wearing clothes, isn't it?
I am too wearing clothes. I'm wearing all the clothes.
In her defense, she's at least from the place that uses that term. She's not from somewhere else and choosing to adopt it to be a dick.
Well, to be fair, I come from a nation of assholes.
Oh, I'm very well aware where you come from.
Gosh, he really does. He comes from a nation of colonizers, and they're like, oh yes, this thing
I'll say technically, by all rights, I should be calling you something even worse.
Oh. Also,
Yes.
question, Brian. What does Kyoki use as a weapon?
Wakasashi.
Wakasashi. Itty bitty stabby knife.
Sword.
I use a magic stick.
Yeah, he's being all cross-cultural.
I'll say shorter than a katana, longer than
Yeah, I know what a wakizashi is. It's just I just remembered a song. But that pretty much epitomizes what Kyoki is like. Kyoki solves his problems with a wakizashi. Kyoki solves his problem with the wakizashi. Kyoki solves his problem with the wakizashi. And he never has the same problem twice.
I'll say,
problems with the chainsaw.
I'll say originally one wakizashi. Now I have a wakizashi and a short sword, which I need to fashion into a second wakizashi.
I think that would be smithing tools if you have those.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to go somewhere, and I need to get it fashioned into a wakizashi, but I need to make sure they don't scrape the rust off of it.
Anyway,
You need the tetanus, but yeah.
where
would you guys want to go to talk? If you guys want to split up, you can. That would require me to zoom out this map and track where everyone is. You could do that. I'm just letting you know.
The GM will hate you for eternity.
Well, everybody can stay together, but everybody was taking too long. So Dylan's like, I'm gonna go do this before I decide that I'm done with this lizard people thing and just start demanding answers. Throwing them up against the wall. Where is he? Tell me who you are.
Please no, Dylan. I don't want to. Please no. I don't want to debate. I don't want to debate the like Budapest.
I want to see this question pop up if you do that. How much experience for the kingdom? But okay.
Please, I don't want to have to explain to to understand the angel father. Why I had to stop a diplomatic problem again.
Exactly. You don't want to have to lawful good this entire village.
So where are you guys wanting to traverse in this place? I understand that you guys do a vision blocking, but you are in a hallway that has at least 2 doors. You could explore around some more if you'd like.
Yeah, can somebody move me because I'm out feeding Tayton?
You can go east or west down the hallway. There are also some doors. There's also a
I'm
door
gonna go north.
on the along the northern part of the east side and southern part of the west side.
I'm gonna go through the school.
I trust Kristen's judgment wherever he takes us.
Oh, thanks.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Well, I'm not at my computer, so I have the choice to do
Let's see. We came from this way. So, and I recall passing people on the way in. So I'm gonna say we go this way. That's the throne. Fine. Okay. So I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
Okay, good. Because Kyoki also went that way, and I'm like, oh
No.
god, no splitting the party.
I mean, seriously,
Especially not splitting Kyoki from the party.
seriously, you guys can split the party if you want. I was just more kind of joking about.
Oh, we can split the party. We just can't split the Kyoki.
Yeah, no. Somebody needs
no,
to do with Kiki.
Okay,
No,
this is-
Ryan is never allowed to be on his loan ever again.
Person who has caused like no diplomatic incidents yet.
But has come very close.
Okay.
I have a friendly face. They have no reason to distrust me.
This room.
You know, that does not give you, like, immunity, right?
It's not. But I'm saying, unless they have reason to distrust me, should be good.
Right, that reason is you open your mouth.
Okay, in this room that you enter are 5 unarmed lizard folks preparing this area for a feast, actually. Setting a rather large, hardy-looking tables with wood and stone utensils. These long wooden tables are placed end to end in the center of this hall, with wooden benches running along each side. At the south end of these tables is a large wooden chair with 4 slightly smaller chairs flanking it, 2 on each side facing the table. Placed on the tables, aside from the, I would say silverware, but the wooden and stoneware, are earthenware pots, jars, plates, and cups, along with 5 drinking mugs and woven baskets. Against the west and east walls of this room are tall wooden cupboards.
Am I in that room? Excuse you, Tate.
Yes, that's the room we entered.
All right. Hello, my fellow lizard people.
Oh my gosh, Becky, you can't just say that.
Are you saying it in common or draconic?
Draconic.
Okay.
Okay. I want to say something, David. David, Tristan, Greg, I'll say have any of you guys ever played Star Fox Adventures?
I unfortunately have not.
That would require us to have a Nintendo.
Oh crap! You guys never had Nintendo. You guys never had Nintendo 64 or GameCube?
Oh, hell no.
I did.
Aside from a Game Boy Game Boy Pocket, my first Nintendo console was the Switch. I got my dad's old Super Nintendo, but it had like no games on it.
Wait a minute. Wait, do you mean the Star Fox that he found Crystal at?
Yeah.
Oh no! What scene are you doing?
I'll say I'm going to look at the lizard folk, and I'm going to extend my arms. I was like, Kia Tetaru, Itina Sundaro, General Scales.
You suck.
Rocca, General Scale Cutter.
Those garbage. That's so dumb.
I'll have to send
never
people
heard-
the. I will have to send people the dialogue. It's
Yeah.
it's
the
terrible. But
greatest.
yes, continue. Do you actually do that? Please tell me you
Sure,
don't.
it's draconic, so technically yes. If you're going by Star Fox Adventures, that one line repeated over and over again means like 80 different things.
I was about to ask what the meaning of it is.
It depends on when they say it.
But either way, General Scales is General Scales.
Ew.
General Scales is always General Scales, but it's effectively is like what was it? It was like that phrase could mean General Scales, ruler, tyrant, and dictator of dinosaur planet. What brings you to my world? And then you could say the exact same thing, and it was like, you think that you stand a chance against General Scales, or it could
Yeah,
also mean
as said,
Star
I'll have
Fox.
to
It is so.
find it.
What meaning are you ascribing it here?
Let's see. For here, it is I'll say wonderful. I'll say wonderful generals of scales. I'll say we would be more than happy to help you. Set up this luscious banquet that you appear to be putting together. Might we be of assistance?
Okay, with both what you your proclamation and Dylan's words, this person will approach. It is the only person here actually that is contrary to the unarmed description. Looks like this. Has some nice armor on. Has a nice old sword.
Oh, I thought that was a head she was holding for a minute.
No, it's not.
It's like this is the last person who offered to move a table. Oh my gosh, shit.
Don't break a leg. Do you outsiders know what this preparation is for?
If you could tell us, that would be great, and then maybe we can help you.
I say we've been asked by Her Highness to provide assistance to earn y'all's trust. So we are here to assist.
You would not. It would not offend. It would not offend you to aid in such a menial task.
It does not offend me at all. No task is too small.
Anything that helps other people is never meaningful.
Okay.
Especially when it's for the glory of the lizard folk.
You got her everywhere.
Okay. So this is one of those kind of chapters, so I want to make sure about something right quick.
You good?
Oh yeah. Don't worry. I get you. Hey, it could be worse. It could be Feast of Dust.
I've seen this book. I know what's going on.
I have fond memories of Feast of Dust, thanks to you.
Yeah, I know it's fun, but it's fun for y'all because you just got to see like the end results, and also get to laugh at me with the utter bullshittery that was like, wait, just because you did this one thing, you like lost this? The fuck? It was a special module.
Hmm.
That's okay. We're all a little bit special.
Is this per individual?
Ah, yes, the Jackal Prince. He's upstairs. Opens the door downstairs. Oh, he's here. Fuck. You open the doors to the tree, and oh, the Jackal
You
Prince
put
is
your
here.
head in my motherfucking toilet, and I will fucking beat your snout off. Fuck out my bathroom.
Okay. 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 And you were asking what this was for?
Yeah,
Um,
that we want to help.
a this and a jester with his scaled hand to the long tables that are like constantly being tended to. Right now, the long tables are currently being tableware is currently being set. There's another group of people coming in, kind of seemingly wondering what's going on, and it's like, no, we have to decorate properly first, take the silverware off. You know, there's a little bit of commotion going on. But the person that made the gesture that you're currently conversing with states this preparation for meeting between the queen, our leaders, and her other guests.
Ah. Does the other guests include us, or people that are not us?
Guests that are closer to us than you outsiders.
At least you're not calling us rebel scum, so I'm okay with it.
It is good for you that you are not rebelling against us.
BRB, guys.
Your help will. Your help will
Peter.
be appreciated. There is much ceremony involved in a preparation for such a important gathering. To be clear, this would not be a waste of your time. Judging by the remaining work, it would be a number of hours of preparation and ceremony.
Sounds like a good place to start as any.
Agreed.
Okay. 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 You guys will be shown where to go and what to do for those who are helping. Let's see. At the moment, you are effectively helping the commoners, even though the person you were addressing was not of a commoner status. They were just overseeing the commoners of this area in a supervisory position. Um, um, how many hours would you like to devote to assisting this particular task? You can devote 1 to 3 hours.
The Unseen Servant and I can put in a couple hours if you guys want to wander around and see if you can pick up a few more odd jobs.
Agreed.
This doesn't seem like something that would require a lot of other.
Actually, before going, Gant will ask the person who seems to be in charge if there's going to be any kind of music accompaniment while the feast goes on.
Hell, if it's party prep, I can take Belland and he can help me since he's in Mark mode.
True. Yeah, because that way it's like, because basically, if they have people who do instruments, it's like, perhaps we can teach you a song that is useful or something. I don't know. So, stuff like that.
This feast is to discuss great matters. Do you know anything? Anything soft of sound and would be appropriate for such a venue?
Do you know elevator music?
Yeah, I imagine since it would be a good way for Valland to do something while off screen, I imagine Valland would. Because Gant and he share a very similar... They've been sharing enough gigs. I'm sure there's been a bar or two that's just like, hey, yes, can we just have, like, as Trish said, elevator music?
I'd say, yeah, this can't be the first time you've run into a call for that.
Yeah, it can't be different. Especially with our particular levels and experience and such.
Okay.
We probably had to do it once or twice. So Belland probably knows it.
Okay. So. For Ash and I guess
As I Ash
Belland.
Belland and the Unseen Servant are going to put in a couple hours here.
Okay. When you say a couple, do you mean?
You said we put in.
Because
You said 1 to 3, so I'm going to put in 2,
Okay.
which still gives me enough time to rejoin the group if they need me.
Okay. While they're doing that, let me track the.
I don't know if you get the Unseen Servant. I don't think counts as a third person helping or not, but
The Unseen Servant. I mean, they can render assistance. They
Yeah.
just can't participate in any kind of ritual aspects of the.
well, I wasn't sure if it was one of those things where the number of bodies mattered or anything. That's what I was, or if it's just amount of work you can get done within the time period.
Okay. While the three of them are doing that, where would the rest of you like to venture to see what else can be done?
Well, by the look of it, the only other way outside the chamber would be this way, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess, unless this, because I imagine this is just the hall itself.
Yeah, this large area is the hall itself.
The hall of justice.
Just go down here and go south.
It slowly goes this way. There's
Sierra, you
nothing
got
but
directions?
darkness.
Is she back with us?
It's an empty throne room.
Yeah.
Apparently, the pre-populated map I was given. Oh, nope, nope, okay, nope, okay. No, that's cool. That's cool. No, it's cool, okay. It didn't mislead me. Okay, cool. Are you gonna be going into the, room below?
I suppose.
I actually
Because
I noticed Kyoki just kind of went on in.
Yeah,
well,
I just
because
kinda like-
I don't see anything, because I keep trying to move my pog, but it's like, not
I'm not sure how
revealing
he's able to bypass some of this stuff. He cheats.
What? I just move my paw through the space and it just goes into the next room.
Yeah, apparently you're walking through walls and shit.
Yeah, like, let me put it this
I
way.
guess that's something I wasn't
see
supposed to be doing.
darkness.
Oh, do you not? Is it dark for you?
No,
Yes,
I see it, and I'll say I'm blanked by pillars.
Yeah, just all of this is
Okay.
darkness for me.
Do you wish to cast a light spell or a torch?
Is it that dark?
Sounds like it.
Because I'm checking your vision, and yeah, it looks like some areas are darker than others. When I checked the lighting earlier, I knew it was somewhat dim. I didn't realize it was quite as dark as what you were making it out to be there when I was checking the vision earlier.
Yeah, because I was like, Kyoki. Wait, because I didn't think Kyoki had dark vision.
Yeah, if there was warlock stuff, Kyoki has dark vision.
Yeah. It's the creepy eyes.
His special eyes.
It's like,
Keeping them closed lets me see in the dark. Mm.
I imagine you have the light cantrip.
No. But luckily, I have something that covers that for me.
Do you need light?
I will be needing light, I suppose, but he will be very careful with it because, apparently people wanted this place dark, so he will be very cautious with it because he doesn't want to piss people off.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I see decently fine.
Yeah, that's because you have dark vision. I don't. But yeah, Gant will carefully have the drift globe, pull out the drift globe he bought.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's the light effect on the drift globe?
We have a drift globe, a thing he can drop.
Yeah.
Well, then by all means,
I suppose I can drop it. No. There we go.
spell effects. Let's tell you that.
Alright, I'm back.
Hello.
Alright, where are you going, Sierra?
Alright, what did I miss so far?
Ash and Belland are staying to help with party planning. Kyoki and Gant have gone off to the next room. You need to figure out what direction you're going.
I'll stay with Ash and Bellin.
Okay.
It looks like we are on our own, my friend. What way do we go?
Okay.
We go in the direction of trouble.
For those that have between Kyoki and Gant who have sufficient light, there are two sets of 3 pillars that flank a central area where 2 lizardfolk hatchlings are at play. At the far end of the room, there is a wooden throne that stands on a lone stone dais. Carvings of reptiles decorate this throne, and glints of reflected light from the drift globe hint at the presence of inset gemstones. The heads of several creatures hang on the walls, mounted on plaques of wood for display as trophies.
So hatchlings are playing in a trophy room?
I would play in a trophy room.
That's what I'm doing with huge maps. Okay. There is. Okay, that would leave that.
That's what's wrong.
Okay. Because really the hatchlings were not placed here. I will place the hatchlings here.
That's the speaker.
Okay. The two of you seeing the lone vulnerable hatchlings in the trophy room of with the reptilian throne. What would you like to do here? The two hatchlings glance over at the door opening.
No, we do not go into Skywalker on that.
No. As funny as that would be.
Anyways, you know what? It doesn't hurt to see if they know anything or if they know what's going on. You know, can't know things too. Gant will bade a good day and with a small bow and asked if how they're doing and if the day is going, if they're having a good day or not. Just starting a conversation, you know.
So you're just trying to engage them in conversation?
Pretty much.
More or less.
To at least start conversation. And see if they even want to do that.
Okay. Well, you go to engage them in conversation. Dylan, I believe you were going to go to another location? Or were you helping with the party setup? Or rather the...
I was helping with the party setup. I mean,
Okay.
not to toot my own horn, I am a woman.
Okay. You can devote 1 to 3 hours to this. How many hours are you wanting to devote?
I'll do all 3. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist.
Okay.
I take pride in my work.
Okay. For the two of you that are talking to the hatchlings, when you approach them,
Also quite a collection.
Yeah.
Also, David, you repeated. You did exploding die again.
Oh. Yeah, sorry about that.
You're good.
Okay. One will rush off to behind this pillar as you approach. The other one will be holding up what looks like a small, for your standards, wooden spear. And be ineffectually jabbing it in your direction.
Gant will good-naturedly smile at the gesture and with placating will hold his hands up, showing he means no harm. Apologies, I didn't mean to startle you. Your queen has tasked us with helping our people, and we're trying to see what we can do.
Okay.
I am Gant, the Sekioki.
Do you still have tongues
Hi.
active?
Yes, I still have ducks.
Konnichiwa.
That's Yokin.
In Draconian.
Nope. Again, Draconian is more of an Arabic Persian.
Shit, I forgot. Kia Sesuru!
Well, you're not going to general scales this?
No, because there's no general scales here.
Mahaban.
Okay. Okay, in that case, in a less gruffer, draconic than you have heard from the others around, probably as a result of this person's particular age. You here to help?
Gant will nod.
I have not been told. Do you know why the merfolk are here?
Oh, I don't know exactly why they're here, but I can perhaps figure that they are here to talk to your people. About what? I do not know. But again, that's only a guess.
Do you, Masay, do the lizard folk and the mer people interact often?
More recent now. Don't know why. Thought you knew why.
No, we're fairly new here.
I know how you can help.
Ah, just name it.
Archella and I heard there was secret room in here we tried to find.
Ooh, that sounds. I must say that sounds quite mischievous.
Yeah, and Gant will also share kind of a mischievous smile. Yeah, very mischievous.
The kids are getting in trouble.
And where would this door lead? Kind of being playing along to the secret and actually like where does it lead? You know, like kind of engaging the kid and showing quote genuine like interest in what they're doing.
I hear we heard it leads to great treasure.
Great treasure. Wouldn't one of your elders know about it?
Woodward and the elders know about it, they will make a non-committal gesture. As for that, sorry to break the conversation here, but it is getting pretty close to 11.
That is true. I think that's a fair point of, like, I don't know. Like, wait, there's treasure. Wouldn't your elders know about it? I don't know.
I was say it's secret.
Say,
They don't
treasures,
know about it.
elders, merfolk randomly showing up. I feel that there's something attempting to be stolen.
Possibly. Also, for those that wish to see, I found the entire thing of Star Fox cutscenes. The most important part, the most important part that me and Brian are talking about are within the first 3 minutes.
Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you.
This is not draconian. Going out.
It's so bad. As soon as you said Star Fox Adventures, I'm like, Star Fox Adventures? Oh no. Please tell me it's not the dinosaurs. Oh, it's the dinosaurs.
It is the dinosaurs. They're the best draconians ever. Dinosaurs are the best dinosaurs.
I've never played Adventures, but I've always wanted to try it, if only to say I've tried it, because it's different than the other Star Fox games. They're like, oh, just flying in a ship. Like, no, he's actually on the ground, like, being a mercenary.
I played it. I just came off of playing Star Fox 64, and I was like, man, this game's amazing. And then it was like Star Fox Adventure. I was like, fuck yeah. And then I got the Bamboozle, and I was like, this. It took me like 3 months. I played it for like 5 minutes, and then I just put it down. And I was like,
Yeah, Michael did the same thing. He played it for 5 minutes. Went, what am I? I'm not gonna get to fly a ship, am I? Fuck! And then returned it to GameStop immediately.
I didn't return it. I just kind of sat there, and I was like, and then someone was like, I think I ran out of games, and then I picked it back up, and I was like, oh, I paid for it, and so I played it. And it was actually fun, but it's Nintendo doing that thing where they're like, hey, even if this game is wildly, vastly different from what everyone is used to, they'll play it anyway because it's Nintendo.
Yeah, we played it in my family. It was a sibling bonding moment. At least until Jeremiah lost and kind of got mad and hit Debbie in the face with the controller. Then it was an all-out war. But
Ouch.
Yeah, we never had moments like that because David was Sega until the PlayStation era. I started with the PS2.
I pretty much always got the secondary system. It was like my brother's father bought him a Nintendo, so I got the Atari. They got him a Super Nintendo, so they gave me a Sega Genesis. His dad finally showed up like a year or 2 after the last time he saw him. He was like, "Oh, hey, yeah, I know I've been on the road, son, and that you think I don't love you. So here's $500. Go buy a PlayStation." This is back when PlayStation first came out, and they were like $500, $600. So he's like, "Here's $500, $600. Hope you don't hate me too much. Bye." And so he just got him a PlayStation. And so my grandparents were like, "Well, his dad got him a PlayStation, and Brian's dad's never going to show back up again. So we should probably do something so this doesn't feel uneven. Hey, Darrell, you want to share your system with your brother?" And Darrell's like, "Fuck off." And so it's like, "Oh, guess we got to get him something else. How's about Nintendo 64? Is that good, Brian?" I was like, "Sure, that sounds like fun." And that's how I wound up with GoldenEye. And I was like, "Haha, I win."
GoldenEye was the shit. We've had every system from the Atari on up until the P3 where I dropped off, and then the Nintendo Wii.
Well, you had the Wii because it was at the last house, and you had.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, Pep, those were the last 2 other systems I owned. Like, I haven't gone past past those in the other
Yeah, it's like,
system war.
you've had them in the house, but you've not played them.
The last console I owned, I had a PlayStation 2 and I had an Xbox 360. And
Yeah,
those
that
were the
was the
last
same.
consoles of them.
Yeah, that was the same for me. And then until like maybe 3 years ago or something like that, I asked for a PlayStation 4 because I wanted to play Bloodborne, like specifically Bloodborne, and then I just found there were other games. I'm like, oh, so I skipped the PS3 completely.
That's wait. I forgot. I forgot. I got a Wii. So I got a GameCube and then I got a Wii.
Oh yeah, we did get a Wii too, but that was one of my sister's.
So
But the funny thing is, me and my dad would still play Nintendo 64. He still plays Perfect Dark to this day.
Perfect Dark is so good.
He actually had me play. He actually showed me how to play it at like when I was like elementary school, even though it was rated M.
It's on the list. It's on the list of games I wish they would like do like an updated version of. But it's Nintendo, so we'll probably never see it.
I know they did a sequel prequel for the Xbox, but
Yeah, there was one on the Xbox. I think there was one on the 360.
yeah, there was one on the 360.
And I don't think it's gone beyond that.
Yeah, but nothing beyond that. But yeah, but I remember the stupid mistake because you all said GoldenEye. I was selling my a lot of Nintendo games and N64 games back at GameStop, and I thought I had made sure GoldenEye was not in that stack, but somehow it got in that stack, I guess. And I didn't get GoldenEye until like a year or two ago, and I had to pay like $60 on Etsy to find it, and I'm like, yes, GoldenEye! Yeah. I just relive those memories. But yeah, I imagine we all have things to do. Thank you, David. This has been fun and interesting.
You're welcome. Thank you. I was wondering how the entire verbal combat actually panned out.
Clunky, but again, it was only our second attempt at it.
Yeah.
Like it's still, and I said, we're all still trying to figure out, okay, who to talk when, because generally we all get to like ask questions, kind of, as Sierra says, like, Dylan's very curious about things.
Yeah.
Why don't you trade with people? And she just wants the information, and that's it. Yeah, I shall catch you on later. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, folks.